All right, let's jump right in. We're going to pull back the curtain on a part of business that, let's be honest, most people just see as a cost. A boring line item on a spreadsheet. But the truth? It's actually one of the most powerful financial levers a company has.
So, let me ask you a quick question. What do you think is the most important part of any business? What really, truly makes it successful? Your mind probably goes straight to a brilliant product, right? Or maybe some super clever marketing campaign that everybody's talking about. And yeah, of course, those things are absolutely vital.
But what if I told you the real secret, the actual engine room of a massively profitable company is the invisible system that gets that product from a factory to a warehouse, onto a truck, and finally right to your front door?
That system is logistics. And today, we're going to unpack its true financial impact. And I'm not just talking about saving a few bucks on shipping. We're talking about fundamentally reshaping the entire financial health of a company from the inside out. Just to give you a sense of the scale we're dealing with here, let's start with one big number, 10%.
That's the estimated slice of the entire economy, the whole GDP that's made up of logistics costs. Think about that. Warehousing, transportation, managing inventory, it's a massive multi-trillion-dollar piece of our world. So getting this right isn't just a small win, it's a total game changer.
So how do the best companies do it? Well, they start by looking way past simple costs, and they focus on a much more powerful metric, return on investment.
Return on investment, or ROI, is pretty much the gold standard. It doesn't just ask, hey, did we make a profit? It asks, how efficiently did we use our money to generate that profit? You can think of it as a measure of a company's financial fitness.
Now, to improve your ROI, you've really got two main levers you can pull. First, you can increase your profit margin. That's just making more profit on each thing you sell. Or you can improve your asset turnover. That's about using your stuff, your warehouses, your trucks, more efficiently to generate more sales. And here's the kicker. Logistics is critical because it affects both of these. This chart here shows you exactly how it all connects. See, on one side, making your logistics more efficient directly lowers your costs, which, boom, boosts your profit margin. On the other side, using smart tactics like just-in-time inventory means you have less money tied up in assets. Both of these paths, cutting costs and using assets better, lead straight to a higher return on investment. It's like a two-pronged financial attack.
Okay, so let's take this a step further and look at the balance sheet. This is where we see the impact of logistics in black and white, right there on a company's core financial statement.
Here's a scary thought. A lot of profitable companies actually go bankrupt, and it's because they simply run out of cash. And logistics? It's one of the biggest factors in making sure that doesn't happen. Now, this diagram might look a little complex, but the main takeaway is simple. Your decisions about things like order processing and inventory have a direct, real-world impact on how much cash your company has on hand.
In fact, logistics gives you three really powerful levers to pull to improve cash flow. First, you can shorten the order cycle time. That's the gap between when a customer orders and when you actually get paid. The faster that happens, the faster cash comes in. Second, improving the order completion rate means fewer returns and costly mistakes that just drain your cash away. And finally, making sure your invoices are accurate means customers pay on time, without any disputes. They seem like tiny details, but they have huge consequences for a company's financial health. And all of this, a better ROI, a healthier balance sheet, it all serves one ultimate goal: creating value for shareholders.
For any public company, this is basically the master plan. Shareholder value is driven by these 5 key factors. And what's so incredible is that smart logistics influences every single one of them. It's not just a supporting actor in the business, it's a star player.
So how does it work? Well, first, getting goods to customers on time and in perfect condition, that's logistics, makes customers happy, which leads to revenue growth. Simple. At the very same time, making the whole supply chain more efficient, from the warehouse to the delivery truck, directly slashes your operating costs.
And it doesn't stop there. Smart logistics boosts your capital efficiency by getting more out of the assets you already have. So you don't have to spend as much buying new ones. And get this, even something as strategic as choosing where to build a distribution center can have a huge impact on a company's tax bill. It's strategic on every single level.
Okay, so we've seen how logistics affects the company as a whole. Now, let's get really precise. Let's zoom in and see how it can totally transform how we understand individual customers.
Here's a question that trips up a surprising number of businesses. Are all of your customers actually profitable?
Traditional accounting often can't answer that because it's great at tracking the cost of a product, but it's terrible at tracking the cost to serve different customers. This is the tool that gives you the answer. It's called the Customer Profitability Matrix, and it is so simple but so powerful. On one axis, you've got how much a customer buys from you. On the other, you've got the cost to serve, all those logistics costs we've been talking about.
So when you plot all your customers, they fall into one of these 4 boxes, and each one tells you exactly what to do. You protect your best customers in the top left. You try to build up the promising ones in the bottom left. For your high-cost, high-value customers, you cost engineer a smarter way to serve them. And for those in the danger zone, well, you've got to ask some tough questions. This is what data-driven strategy looks like. So you see, logistics isn't just about moving boxes from point A to point B. It's about shaping strategy, driving profitability, and creating real, lasting value. It truly is the hidden financial engine of modern business. Which leaves us with just one last thought. The next time you click that button for free shipping, just take a second to ask yourself, who is really paying the price?